A lot of the days I really gotta sit up and think to myself, what is the end goal? What is the end goal in mind? And the end goal is a constantly a moving goalpost for me. Some days I want to go throw far. Some days I want to run a fast 100 meter. Some days I want to squat a lot. I I'm all over the place in my brain. The number one thing that I do know is that I do love to train. One of the biggest things that I had to come to the acceptance of at some point was as compared to a thrower, a CrossFit athlete, um, even a male sprinter, the aesthetics that these guys have are bar none. Um, Even a bodybuilder goes into that category too. Very, very chiseled, they're well built, and you can see the muscular definition with with their body and all multiple places. The problem with that is that doesn't necessarily help you throw further. And in another sense, that doesn't help a NASCAR driver. That doesn't help a golf swing. I can go down the list, and there's a pull and tug there, especially in my brain. The aesthetics, or would you rather be good at something? The power lifters are another group of people that were very, very well built. They sort of go into the category. And I guess the strongman also do too, but they're strong as hell, but they don't have the aesthetics. Even if I go down the list, Krauser or Kovacs, I can list names for days. The aesthetic build isn't there, and that doesn't make them not good. That doesn't take away from anything that they've accomplished. But I kind of have this battle in my brain sometimes of what direction are you going to go? I mean, are you going to go do more specific movements for throwing, or are you going to do CrossFit workouts like I did today? And it's sort of one of those back and forth things, because that's some of my baseline where I started lifting and where I started doing stuff is I started off doing CrossFit, and I also ran cross country at one point too. So I always, for some reason, I like to go back to different modalities, and I think that there's a way to get to a point where I can dabble around with different things. But I mean, right now I really should be, because I am sort of focused on throwing more than anything, or that's what my mind is. That's what my mind goes back to all the time, is what do you have to do to actually become a good, what do you actually do to have to be to make to be successful as a thrower. And it's not the workouts that a bodybuilder does. I think that you can take certain things away, right? I mean, sprinters, I mean, I think that there's a normal level of conditioning that you can build up, that you should do as an athlete in general. But is that your end all be all? No, it's not. So in my brain, I have to isolate when I'm doing a workout, just to do a workout, right? And not stressing about throwing, because that sort of does help me. I like think about these different goals that I have, and that sort of helps me compartmentalize training sometimes, and not being so focused. It takes my mind off of being so focused on, I want to be at X distance by X time. I mean, that's something that you have to take into consideration, right? But it's not that's not who you are. I mean, I even look at the future of my present life, and my current life, and the future of where I want to go. I do aspire to be a real well-rounded individual. And I think that I think that most people should aspire to do that, but you sacrifice. So that's something that I have to fight with. So I did a little CrossFit workout today. 31, 31, 31, 31, 31. Kind of a rep banger. Needed to just get my legs under me. Needed to just need to train. Just need to kind of condition for a little bit here. before I start taking some tosses. So that's probably what I'm going to do for the little bit of now. No specific strength, no special movements or anything to that nature. When you stop training for a while, and my biggest thing when I stop moving, in general, I think that it causes an issue for me, and I don't think that movement, throwing the hammer, just throwing is the only movement that you can do to move, and that's kind of what I go back to too. Is that I get so hyper, you get hyper. I mean, any hammer, any thrower in general gets hyper focused about distances and things of that nature. But it is, I mean, the fundamental thing in health is that, I mean, health, fitness is the X factor for health, as a coach of mine would say. And the fundamental thing that I think about is longevity and my health, mentally and physically, and that's something that's probably the most important thing. And so moving, if I just move a little bit today, then that's fine with me. It's got to be fine with me. So, but that's just about all I got, guys. You already know what the deal is. Run on your toes, keep your mouth closed, lock your doors, and save your throws. And most importantly, you live to fight another day. I'm going to get out of here.